Shabbat Shalom, L'chaim. This week's Torah portion is Ki Teitzei. It's to do with the Jews going out to war. It says if the Jews find a slave or a woman, a captive woman, that they can bring her back, and there's certain rules that need to go into play. It talks about Moab and Ammon, the two nations, that they wouldn't allow us to come in. So consequently, they're not allowed to marry into Israel. Lately, all these Torah portions just have a lot going on. And what I want to focus on is something that the Lubavitcher Rebbe teaches at the very beginning of this week's Torah portion. That being that it says when you go out to war, that you will conquer your enemies. And Rashi says that this war is an optional war, meaning that there are two kinds of wars. There's a mitzvah, like the war against Amalek, where we're commanded to destroy them. And then there's a war that's optional, that we decide if we want to go out and do. And what the Lubavitcher Rebbe teaches is that this war we go out to every day. It's the optional war of tefillah, basically. I actually had this the other night where I really just didn't want to daven Ma'ariv. I really just wanted to go to bed. It was late. But it's an optional war, and you decide to go out and do it. What happens is you end up standing there against your enemy. And your enemy, the worst enemy of them all, as Hasidic literature teaches, is the Yetzer Hara. And that's what happens when you go to daven. When you're davening, you're at war with the Yetzer Hara, and obviously the avodah of chodesh Elul is davening, it's tefillah. And the reason that it's so important is because when you're going to war, there are two ways of doing it. You approach your competitor head on, where it's fist against fist, you're fighting your Yetzer Hara. And the Rebbe teaches that, look, sometimes you're not ready to fight. You're not ready to take on that battle head on. You're not ready to look at yourself with a critical eye and think, what am I doing wrong in life? Where can I be better? You're tired. You would just rather not do anything. He says, in that case, there's another way to fight it. And this is a very Hasidic mashal. The idea is of a candle. The way to extinguish a candle is simply by covering it up, taking away all the oxygen so it cannot breathe, and the candle will diminish. He says in the same way, it happens internally, within ourselves. When a person wants to extinguish the fire of the Yetzer Hara, of this evil inclination within themselves, one way to approach it, especially when you're tired, is to fill yourself with positivity. Fill yourself with such an aura, such an atmosphere of positivity that evil negativity just has no room to breathe within you. That is what the Rebbe says we can do to fight this battle, this optional war within ourselves. So as HaShem, we should all merit to fight this battle with success. And if we're feeling tired or if we're feeling worn out, we fill ourselves with only more and more positivity. And we extinguish the flame of negativity within ourselves with only positive and good. And we should spread that and give that to everyone around us as well. Shabbat Shalom.